coming to the end of chapter 2 of Philippians in the House Arrest Bible Study. And as we pointed out last time, Philippians marks the beginning of the end of Paul's house arrest. So we're coming to the same place. Our house arrest is starting to lift. Paul's house arrest is starting to lift, so we can identify with them a little bit. When we come to the end of chapter 2, we're looking at Epaphroditus. And Epaphroditus you're familiar with. We've talked about him before. But when we look at this in detail, we start seeing some interesting things. Epaphroditus is mentioned in Philemon and Colossians, and those two books were written near the beginning of Paul's house arrest. Now, when you look in Colossians and Philemon, you'll find the name Epaphras, and that's a regular shortened version of the name Epaphroditus. So we can see that he was a help for Paul from the beginning. Now, when we're looking at this, we're looking at Epaphroditus' illness. And Paul is doing a balancing act. He's sending Epaphroditus home because the people were worried about him when he was sick. We can identify with that because the whole reason for our house arrest is a sickness, and a lot of people are concerned. But Paul is sending Epaphroditus home. He could have just told him. He could have just said Epaphroditus is doing okay, but he went an extra step and sent him home so they could see for themselves and be joyful. I want you to take a look at the end of this chapter and ask yourself a couple of questions about Paul and about Epaphroditus. Why do you think Paul made the choice he made instead of keeping Epaphroditus with him? Why do you think that it seems like he's kind of giving in to the worry of the Philippians? These are emotional issues and not so much exegetical issues. So I want you to just express how you think Paul is feeling, how you think the Philippians are feeling, and Epaphroditus is feeling. And we'll come back later and begin looking at chapter 3.